Don't blame the airlines for all these intolerable delays. Blame the real villains, the FAA and the Washington politicians. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. Demand for air travel this summer is booming, but delays and cancellations are turning travel dreams into nightmares. True, summer storms and airlines scrambling to catch up with the unexpected size of this urge to fly are hurting. Make no mistake, however, the situation would be infinitely better if the Federal Aviation Authority, the FAA, wasn't so incompetent, a situation made worse by meddling Washington politicians. The FAA is suffering from serious staff shortages and has been for years, long before COVID. The Inspector General of the Department of Transportation lambasted the FAA's, quote, limited efforts to ensure adequate air traffic controller staffing, end quote. Staffing for the three major airports in the New York area, JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark, is only at 54% of the level it should be. That's why the agency months ago begged airlines to seriously cut back scheduled flights there. For the rest of the country, the average is still an inadequate 80%. Not helping is a mandatory retirement age of 56 for air traffic controllers. No wonder airfares are climbing and delays are endemic. But the problem goes even deeper than inadequate staffing. The FAA woefully lags the rest of the developed world when it comes to up-to-date air traffic control equipment and methodologies. For example, there is a new technology called ADS-B that is available from orbiting satellites that would let air traffic controllers know far more precisely where an aircraft is at all times. Other countries are subscribing to this technology, but not the FAA. An even far bigger advance is remote digital airport control towers. Employing sophisticated cameras and other technologies, these towers enable air traffic controllers see aircraft and the ends of runways despite fog, severe rains, and other bad weather conditions. These remote towers cost less to build and maintain than today's traditional towers. More importantly, they provide far superior performance. Yet, unlike a growing number of countries like Germany, the FAA here is dragging its feet. Employing these other and better technologies already used by other nations would sharply cut delays. Washington politicians aren't helping either. Several years ago, the FAA wanted to make organizational changes to improve efficiencies in the New York region, but it was blocked by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who was acting at the behest of the stuck-in-the-mud air traffic controller union. The basic answer to this dangerous anti-consumer mess is doing what more than 60 other developed countries have done, and that is to split air traffic control into a separate entity. This nonprofit organization would be funded by user fees and governed by all stakeholders, commercial and non-commercial aviation and their suppliers. Bonds could be issued to finance long-term projects. No more uncertain annual appropriations by politicians beholden to special interests. The FAA comes up for reauthorization this year. Congress should mandate these fundamental reforms, separate out air traffic control, and leave safety to the FAA. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.